Welcome to the channel, Loving Life on Less. My name is Liz, and today's video is all about how we save money through being organised and planning ahead. The old adage, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, is very true, especially when it comes to matters relating to money. If you plan ahead and be organised, you can save money, make money, spend your money more wisely, and be aware ahead of time any pitfalls that may cost you money. Here are our top 10 tips for how we plan and organise to get the most from our money. Number 1, we check the weather daily and we also check the weather weekly. In the UK where we live, we can have a really soaking wet, freezing cold day one day, and the very next day it can be beautiful sunshine with a delicate breeze. So we check our weather all the time to make sure any outside jobs are done on the best weather-related days. For example, if we know at the end of the week it's going to be very dry and windy outside, we'll make sure Thursday we get our washing done so we can put it on the washing line and save money. We don't have to dry the washing with inside the house. Or for example, if we need to go shopping to the farm shop, we will look for what's going to be a good day when we can either walk or cycle rather than take the car. The same with doing the maintenance jobs in the garden, whether it's creosoting a fence or chopping the wood, whatever needs to be done, again, we'll do the outside jobs on the best days. And that's the same with weeding the garden, sowing and planting and tending to the vegetables and the edibles. Everything's designed around saving us time and money. So it may seem really simplistic, but checking the weather daily and weekly really works for us. Number 2, we like to use a calendar. If you use a calendar, whether it's on your phone or it's a written calendar or it's an organizer, you can write down all the details and all the importance coming up that week, that month, and that year. And it helps save money, whether it's writing down to make sure bills are paid on time, to buying ahead when it comes to birthdays and celebrations, to not missing important appointments, dental appointments, health appointments, knowing when your bills and insurances are going to be auto-renewed so you can check that you're getting the best deal. Writing things down, even if it's on your phone, is a great way of planning ahead and organising ahead. I like to know what birthdays are ahead in the next 2 or 3 months, and then I can decide what present I'm going to buy or what present I'm going to make for this particular birthday, and I can make sure I am getting the best deal, and I've got time to either shop around for the supplies or shop around for the item. If you're really organised, you could even do that a year ahead of time for birthdays and Christmas or whatever celebrations you like to buy or make gifts for. Number 3, if you are making a big purchase, plan for it. Not only plan your finances, but make sure you research the item, read reviews on the internet. There's so many independent reviews out there from just normal people like you or I that will give their honest opinion on an item. It's well worth spending the time, having a few days perusing around, reading their reviews. And if there are any very negative reviews and I see these repeating within other reviews, I see that as a warning and it's time to look at something else. Once you've decided on a brand or an item, after reading the reviews and doing your research, look for codes, promotions, sales and coupons. Or maybe take yourself to the factory or the shop where the item's being sold and see if you can get a bargain and a reduction for cash. Some of the smaller companies certainly will still do better deals for cash. Number 4, we're kind of going back to the calendar again, and this is writing it down. But a really good way to save money is maintenance. And you can save money by being organised and making sure items around your house and you yourself are maintained, so you're preventing any future issues. This can be anything from a car MOT and service to a dental checkup, a health checkup, having your furnace or your boiler serviced at least once a year so you know you're good to go throughout winter, and also doing some little maintaining jobs around the house that you can do yourself. Descaling boilers, descaling kettles or distillers, cleaning and degreasing your cooker, your grill, your hob, lubricating any hinges on doors, whether it's the door on the microwave, the door on the cooker, or the front door key lock, hoovering dust from the back of your television or along your keyboard. Also, hoover and clean down the side of the fan if you have a laptop or a computer, because dust can gather there and be very problematic. So on a calendar or in a notebook, write down all the things around your home that you could maintain that could prevent any future issues that could cost you money. Number 5, have an inventory for your stores. And this isn't just food stores, it's also household stores or cosmetics or toiletries. When you know exactly what you have, you're unlikely to waste money and buy anything 2 or 3 times that you don't need or won't use. You can also stock rotate any of your edibles so their work go off and you can use the oldest products up first. And you also know what you need to get when you've got an inventory, what you need to buy. If you have a prepping store pantry or a backup pantry or emergency pantry, you'll also know where the gaps are and where to do your top-up shops. So get an inventory of all your stores so you know what you're doing. Again, a notepad is good enough. There's also free downloadable printables all over the internet if you like something a little bit more organised. Number 6, the oldie but the goodie, meal planning. If you plan your meals around what you have, what you need to use up, and around cheaper meals, you will save money. The best thing about meal planning is nothing gets wasted because you've incorporated it into your meal plan. I meal plan weekly, but some people are very good and can meal plan months at a time. Whatever suits you, if you've never done it before, do have a go for at least for a week because you'll be quite surprised at how it takes away so many issues of what to make, what to cook, having to go out for another shop to get missing ingredients. It really is a great way to save money and save time. Number 7, budget and track your spending. Budget so you know what money's coming in and what money you have going out and when. That way you won't fall behind with any bills that are going to be paid. And also importantly, track your spending. Whether you do this when you check your bank account daily online or you keep all your receipts and top them up every evening or once a week at the end of the week. But track your spending, know exactly where your money's going. And when you review your spending, you'll be able to see any areas where there's excess money being spent that really aren't within your budget, and you can nip it in the bud. Number 8, check your bank account daily if you have access to your bank account online. At the minimum, I would check it weekly just so you can keep an eye on your bills, what's coming in and what's going out. It's also a great way for fraud prevention. Due to the rise of digital information and all our information being out there, and the fraudsters getting as smart with the digital stuff as the big companies, we know that frauds do happen, whether it's a credit card fraud, whether it's a bank fraud, whether it's a theft of your ID. By keeping a close eye on your bank accounts, you'll be alerted a lot sooner if there's any issues that the bank or the building society haven't picked up. Number 9, automate your savings and automate bill payments. If you automate your savings, so as soon as any money comes into your bank account, goes straight into your savings account, it will ensure you have regular payments going into your savings account. It's too easy to get to the end of the month of spent all your budget and have nothing left for your savings. So you assume that you didn't have anything spare to save. If you see your savings as another important bill and it's paid out automatically straight away, you very rarely miss it. You also get your savings account being nicely filled up each month. Again, automating bill payments will make sure deadlines aren't missed for the bills to be paid, so it'll work out cheaper for you. There won't be any late payment fees that you have to pay. Always check with each individual company and each of your individual bills if it is cheaper to pay by direct debit. Sometimes I prefer to pay by standing order because you have more control of the amount that is being taken. But do what works best for you, what saves you time, what saves you money, and what saves you stress. And finally, number 10, every month have a budget meeting, or as we call them, a family fiscal planning meeting. If there's just you within your household, then you just sit down and work out what's best for you once a month, doing your budget, coming in, going out, and planning. If you're a part of a partnership or a family, everybody should sit down at the table at least once a month and look at expenditure, look at what's coming up. Are there any celebrations? Are there any holidays in the future that we need to budget for? Does somebody want something a little bit different on the meal plan? What did we think worked well last month in our full fiscal month? What do we think didn't work very well and we wouldn't want to do again? By sitting down and incorporating everybody within the household to the future planning for the month, it doesn't have to be long and complicated, but it's a great way for getting everybody's input. And also, everybody has a different point of view, and they can sometimes spot holes and flaws that you can't. It's also great for the children or the grandchildren to get used to budgeting, how to live within their means, and how to spend money prudently and wisely. Unfortunately, I think most schools tend to fall a little bit behind when it comes to teaching children the concept of money. As parents and grandparents, we can do our bit just to incorporate the children into any fiscal meetings we may be having so they are aware that money needs to be taken seriously and should be planned around. Becoming financially independent and being debt free is a matter of planning, being organised. It's not something you just happen to fall upon. Here's a link in the video for our back to basics budgeting, which will help you save money in these worrying economic times. Thanks for being with us today. I hope you found this video helpful, and we'll be back really soon. Take care, everybody. We hope you have a lovely day wherever you are.